A new character by the name of Caesar King is causing a lot of drama in the Hoyoverse community over her sexuality choices. This is coming on the heels of a boycott that has done very little or anything at all because there's too many white people in this Chinese developer's game. In fact, most would agree it's been helping Hoyoverse, which I find very interesting. Hello, my name is Gamez. I talk about stuff that people get mad about. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And for those who are returning, welcome back and get ready to be disappointed. For those who don't know, Genshin Impact has been a subject of a boycott or attempt thereof over the last few months. Although we won't go deep into the reasons behind the boycott, or rather what led to the so-called boycott, we can focus on a few things, as I believe it's kinda relates to today's video. The Genshin Impact boycott was started at the beginning of July of this year with a petition over at change.org titled "Stop Culture Appropriation and Whitewashing in miHoYo Games." Now, according to this petition, the problem outlined here is as follows. Culture appropriation and whitewashing perpetuate harmful stereotypes and diminish the rich cultural heritage of indigenous communities. These practices not only misrepresent cultures, but also contribute to the ongoing marginalization and disrespect. This petition is alleging that miHoYo is whitewashing their characters and asserting that they are using culture stereotypes to marginalize and disrespect races of color. A Twitter account was created, HYV Boycott, for the sole purpose to help and encourage players to boycott the game. The boycott was a failure, to say the least. And as Genshin Impact is one of the most successful games on the market currently, the boycott doesn't fully understand how boycotts work either. By telling gamers they can play it, just don't buy or participate in anything, which kinda defeats the point. If you want to boycott something, just don't play it or engage with it on any level. However, even the creators of this boycott didn't fully believe in their own cause, as even they needed their daily Genshin Impact fix. My personal opinion is that it's a fictional world with fictional characters. They have cat ears and fairies that float around. And if I was to assign any race to these characters, I would assume they're Asian, as this is a Chinese studio. I would imagine they are making the characters based off of personal experiences, culture, and influences in their life. The reason why we bring this up is because we can see there's a section of the miHoYo community that is very woke and delusional on what gamers actually want. A post from that Twitter account tells gamers to review bomb and never speak over indigenous people, which we can start to see the type of people who are going after miHoYo, the Twitter warriors. Now, on September 26, miHoYo would release a new song for their extremely popular game, Zenless Zone Zero, called Pin King, which explores the backstory of a very popular character, Caesar King. Caesar King is the leader of the Sons of Claydon, a faction within the game, and she is very much a tough girl, very powerful, and similar to a Mad Max style character. Or since I play Overwatch, she's Junker Queen on a bike. This video, however, more specifically, the last few seconds of the video would cause a huge backlash with the woke side of the community. Now, at the end of the video, Caesar is shown reading a shoujo-style manga and fantasizing about what her life could be. For those who don't know what shoujo is, it's the opposite of shonen. Shonen is a manga for young boys that has action and world-endangering problems like My Hero Academia, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and of course the Dragon Ball series, whereas shoujo is for young girls like Cardcaptor Sakura, Go Princess Precure, and my personal favorite, something I've watched my whole life, Sailor Moon. Shonen will always focus on getting stronger and saving the day, whereas shoujo will focus more on romance and more cute style problems. Now, both are enjoyed by both genders. As I said, I don't have Sailor Moon stuff behind me for no reason. However, it does set the tone for the reader. Why this is bothering destroying the community is because Caesar is fantasizing about her life in this manga where she plays a housewife hopelessly in love, where she is shown being a good wife towards her husband. Super strong, tough girl with a very soft side. This is why I love mean girls, because most mean girls are like this in real life. They are the biggest princesses you will ever meet. However, this is a problem. Did you catch it? If you didn't, that's okay, because there isn't one. That is, unless you're a Twitter weirdo who finds one. The same community whose boycott failed is upset now because she isn't gay. They're mad because she's straight, and she just wants a quiet life where she can be a good wife and raise a family. Remember earlier how I expressed the energy that a certain segment of the Hoyoverse has. This would be expressed on Twitter with tweets like, "The last 10 seconds of the trailer was unnecessary and really reduced how powerful the character Caesar could be. Instead, they reduced her to a waifu." Come on. My question is, how is this not powerful? Growing up, I never looked at the mom as not being powerful. In fact, 90% of the time, the mother is the one with the final say on everything inside the household. Moms and wives are very powerful. I mean, take Vegeta and Goku, both very scared of their wives. I mean, Chi-Chi made Goku, the strongest thing in the universe, take a driving course so he could get a license to drive. And even though he could teleport anywhere, he would rather learn to drive than face his wife. Only people who think strength is muscles and violence have no idea what real strength is. Another tweet. This user writes, "She's straight. Ew." Imagine for a moment if that tweet was the other way around. If she made that comment, if the character was gay, you would be canceled and removed off platform, because the idea of you saying that about someone's sexuality is extremely offensive. Yet it's okay to bash someone's preference if they're straight. Or this tweet, "Homoverse, please, this isn't you." And comments like, "Way to ruining the character. Strong, bad butt women scare some types of men. And Hoyo needs their money too." And that's why this video exists. And I know some women will be disappointed. How is this destroying the character? Because she wants to be a good wife? Because she's a woman who's dreaming about the perfect husband and life? Newsflash, overwhelming amount of women love being the caretaker and decision maker for the house, because at the end of the day, they're just good at it. And that's nothing to be ashamed of. And it absolutely doesn't mean they're weak or less of a person. That is absurd. What's wrong with embracing womanhood? One of my favorite characters is Winfrey Sanderson, played by Bette Miller. I never once thought she was weak, even when she shows her feminine side. She thinks she's absolutely beautiful and enjoys girly things. She's a woman, and it makes sense. I love that she can be both tough and be a girly girl by talking about her looks to her mannerisms. It's called mom vibes. Super tough female, but a princess at heart. All of this because the character reveal trailer for Caesar King. It shows her horsing around in the shower with other females from the game. And of course, weird Twitter people think this means she wants to sleep with all of them. She's just horsing around and lightening the mood up after dealing with a stressful day of fighting and Mad Max style road rage, showing her soft side, a more playful side. As I said, most mean girls are princesses at heart. So for me, this matches her perfectly. She's tough and she'll punch you in the face, but she also wants you to say how pretty she is in a bow and be taken out to the movies. I believe that this is yet another failed attempt by the Twitter warriors to get MiHoYo to change their direction on characters, and they hope by review bombing or sending messages to them, they will force them to change the sexuality of certain characters. What I don't understand is, why is it bad if she's straight? We are not allowed to question when someone is gay, but it's totally acceptable to pick it apart if someone is straight. I am glad that MiHoYo is just ignoring these outrageous claims and demands. I hope they keep doing what they are doing and making what stories they want to make. And remember, power isn't in the muscles, it's in the respect. Princess Leia, in the movies that mattered, had no Jedi powers and or raw strength, but she was the leader of the rebellion. She made all the decisions, instilled courage into all who followed her, and led an entire galaxy while still being a princess. What do you guys think? How do you feel about the current state regarding the Hoyoverse drama? You think that these Twitter trolls will ever wake up from their fantasies and come back to the real world? What's your favorite strong woman princess mom vibe character? For me, one of my favorites is Hera from Star Wars Rebels. And for those who stayed to the end, thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much for listening. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please stop by my Twitch at twitch.tv/D2Games. The link is in the description. We just hang out and play games. Swing by and say hey. I would love to meet each one of you. Stay awesome. Have a beautiful night. And I'll see you in the next one.